Welcome to Tech Talk Central, and welcome to this deep dive.
Hey everyone.
Today, we're cutting through some of the noise surrounding two really hot names in handheld gaming.
That's right, the ASUS ROG versus the Valve Steam Deck. It's a big one.
Yeah, and our mission, really, is to kind of distill the core differences. We've looked at product listings, user reviews, trying to help you figure out what really sets them apart and, which one might actually be the better fit for how you play.
Definitely, because we're looking at two super powerful contenders here.
Yeah.
Both aiming to put PC gaming, like proper PC gaming, right in your hand.
But they go about it quite differently, don't they?
Very different philosophies, yeah.
Yeah.
And those differences are, well, they're pretty crucial.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Maybe start with the ASUS ROG Ally.
Sounds good. Yeah, the Ally. What's interesting here is how it's positioned. It feels less like just a gaming handheld,
Right.
and more like a genuinely portable Windows 11 PC.
So full Windows on the go.
Exactly. It's not just about games. It's the whole OS.
Mm-hmm.
And under the hood, it's got that AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme, an octa-core chip.
That thing's a beast, right?
It really is. We're talking a reported 8.6 T-flops of computational power.
Yeah.
That's kind of groundbreaking for handheld.
Desktop graphics territory almost. And the screen that goes with it?
Oh, yeah, the display's a stunner, too. It's a 7-inch 1080p Full HD touchscreen.
Nice.
The key is the 120 hertz refresh rate and AMD FreeSync Premium. So super smooth, no tearing.
Butter smooth visuals. Yeah, that makes a difference.
It really does. Plus, you get 16 gigs of fast LPDDR5 RAM and a 512 gig NVMe SSD PCIe 4.
And that's upgradable too, I saw.
It is, yeah. Which is great for, future-proofing. It gives you options down the line.
Okay, so specs look amazing on paper, but what about the actual, day-to-day user experience?
Playing those big AAA games.
That's the key question, isn't it? And reviews. Well, they consistently highlight that raw power. People are running stuff like Helldivers 2, Starfield.
Even GTA V. Yeah, even GTA V, apparently at 1080p, often hitting over 60 FPS if you use scaling. Users seem to love the portability. The build feels premium.
And that versatility, right? Being able to dock it.
Exactly. Turn it into a proper PC setup. Access any game store, any app, because it is Windows.
Okay, but there's always a but, isn't there? What's the catch?
Uh-huh. Battery life. That comes up again and again in reviews.
Yeah, that makes sense with all that power and Windows running.
Totally. Especially if you push it on the turbo mode for really demanding games. Some people say maybe only an hour or so.
Oof. Okay, so pack a charger. Or maybe two.
Definitely pack a charger. And there were also some reported issues with SD card compatibility sometimes. And a few users felt Windows 11 wasn't perfectly optimized for that smaller touchscreen.
Right, maybe it requires a bit more fiddling.
A bit more tinkering, potentially, yeah, compared to something more locked down.
Okay, so that brings us nicely to the Valve Steam Deck. Let's shift gears.
Right, the Steam Deck, its whole deal is really that deep integration with Steam, with your library. It's built for that.
A more streamlined experience.
Exactly. Now, the specific one we looked at in some listings was an upgraded 2TB version.
Okay.
Though it's worth noting, some users pointed out it seemed to be an upgraded 256 GB base unit. So the official, say, 1 TB OLED model from Valve might actually be better value sometimes, something to keep in mind.
Good point. But focusing on the deck itself, the core idea.
The core idea is that sort of curated, almost console-like feel, but for PC games. It's got a 7-inch screen, but it's 1280 by 800 resolution. LCD in the original models, OLED on newer ones.
So lower resolution than the Ally.
Lower res, yeah. But it's powered by a custom AMD APU that's the processor and graphics, combined specifically optimized by Valve for handheld gaming.
Optimize being the key word there.
Definitely. It runs AAA games well, and it had those neat little features like the 2 trackpads.
Oh, yeah, for games not really designed for controllers.
Precisely. It just shows the focus on the whole gaming package, the ecosystem.
And what's the feedback like from users on the deck?
Generally really positive about the actual gaming experience. People talk about it being seamless. Titles like Hellblade, Fortnite running smoothly, often feels more plug and play.
Less tinkering than the Ally, maybe.
That's the general vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
And comfort. People really praise the ergonomics for longer play sessions.
That's important for handhelds. You're holding it for potentially hours.
For sure. And it usually comes with a carrying case, which is a nice touch.
Okay, any downsides mentioned, apart from the resolution, maybe?
Well, with those specific aftermarket bundles, like the 2TB one, Sometimes the price wasn't super clear compared to official models.
Mm.
And a few users mentioned missing accessories, like maybe a screen protector wasn't included when they expected one.
Right, so it depends on where you buy it and which specific version.
Exactly. It's about the overall package value,
Yeah.
especially comparing official versus upgraded models.
Okay, so wrapping this up, how does someone choose? What's the big picture here?
Well, I think if you really prioritize that raw power, you want the highest resolution screen possible, and you love the flexibility of Windows.
Accessing any launcher, using it like a mini PC.
Right. Then the ROG Ally could be your pick. But you need to be okay with managing that battery life and maybe doing a bit of setting tweaking.
It's for the power user, maybe. The tinkerer.
Kind of, yeah. Or someone who just wants maximum performance and flexibility and accepts the trade-offs.
Okay. And the Steam Deck.
On the other hand, if you want something more streamlined, focused purely on Steam gaming, really well-integrated controls, good comfort,
Just pick up and play, mostly.
that's the idea. The Steam Deck offers a really compelling package then, especially if you find a good deal on an official model. You just accept the lower resolution display as part of that optimized experience.
So it really boils down to priorities, doesn't it? Like raw Windows power and openness versus a dedicated, optimized gaming device.
Exactly. They're not just different specs. They represent kind of two different visions for what portable PC gaming should be.
Interesting way to put it. So yeah, the best one really depends on you, the listener.
Absolutely. And hey, for the latest prices, deals on both the ASUS ROG Ally and the Valve Steam Deck, definitely check out the links we've put in the description below.
Yeah, good call. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, found it helpful, make sure to subscribe to our channel, Tech Talk Central. We've got lots more tech insights coming your way.
Which approach wins out in the end? Windows flexibility or dedicated optimization?
Yeah. That's the big question for the future of handhelds, maybe. Something for you all to think about.